So hygiene poverty is basically not having enough money to both eat and be clean. We know from research that over 30% of the UK population have experienced hygiene poverty at some point. The Hygiene Bank is a national grassroots charity grounded in community, and our banks exist to ensure that those living in poverty have access to the basics, the kind of things that you and I take for granted every day. Why did I set up the Hygiene Bank? I didn't intend to. I watched a film called I, Daniel Blake, and in it you see a single mum of two going to a food bank, and she asks for some sanitary products and they don't have any. Later on in the film you see her shoplifting and she's caught with sanitary pads, deodorant and Bic razors. Before I'd seen the film I, Daniel Blake, I knew about food banks, I knew about people not having food, but it had never really occurred to me, which is an obvious thing, but if you can't afford food, then you can't afford these products, which are all about your dignity. So I sent a WhatsApp to friends and family on my phone saying, I'm going to collect toiletries and take them to the food bank, drop them around to the house. And obviously I expected friends and family to do this, but donations really came in from quite far and wide, and I realised I'd tapped into people's desire to want to do something. And so within a few weeks really, the Hygiene Bank was born. For hygiene products and personal grooming products, they have a fundamental impact on how people can interact in society and be part of society. We're talking about dignity here, so this affects self-esteem, confidence, mental health, well-being, which in turn impacts how somebody can perform in a learning environment, social relationships forming. So this has a real impact on basically what it means to live. We're completely voluntary based. The way a hygiene bank works is that a community of volunteers come together. They collect product via sort of 3 different mechanisms. We've got collection bins in publicly accessible places like stores, libraries, gyms, coffee shops. We then encourage as well businesses, local groups, churches, scouts, clubs, exercise groups to have collections. And then we have some brand partnerships. All the products come in, they get sorted out and then redistributed back locally within that same community by a network of charity partners. So they would include things like the food bank, Women's Refuge, hostels, social services. We work a lot with young care leavers, schools. Basically any organisation or service working on the front line with people that are struggling, we give them access to these products. Working with Soap & Glory is phenomenal. Obviously it's one of the UK's leading brands. Not only are they giving us access to product in bulk, what they're also doing, more importantly, is using their voice and giving us a platform to raise awareness of the issue. And when the power of a brand makes the decision to impact social change, then fantastic things can happen. Our remit really is, if you need it, chances are somebody else does. What did you do to get ready this morning? You know, brushed your teeth, washed yourself, put on clean clothes. If you had your period, you've got sanitary products. If you've got a baby, you would have had nappies. All the things really that come under that hygiene, personal grooming, we collect and distribute. It's all the basics. By supporting the Hygiene Bank, you are not supporting one charity, you are supporting hundreds of grassroots charities that deal with issues around poverty, disability, domestic abuse. We say we can't change the world, but you can change the world for one person. That one bottle of deodorant given to a teenager that didn't previously had it can be life-changing.